I'm sitting here waiting for my son to get out of basketball practice. Typical Sunday morning, sitting in the car. But I wanted to share something about leadership lessons and how we can find them in like the simplest things. So I was just at the grocery store. I had to pick up a couple things, and I was standing in the spice aisle, just staring at all the spices, trying to figure out what spice to use with this, like, for this recipe that my daughter wants me to make. And I don't cook, by the way. I don't cook well. I don't like cooking. It's not something that comes naturally to me. Anyway, that's not the point. So I found myself staring, trying to figure out amongst these like hundreds of spices, like, what do I use? And so I was listening to this other couple next to me who clearly are cooks, and are all into it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to ask them. So I asked them, I said, you know what? This is, I'm making this like hamburger meat thing. What would be the best spice, do you think, in your opinion? They immediately, boom, there, they told me, what to use. So I grabbed it. I said, okay, cool. And what's the point of this? Like, what does spices have to do with leadership? So like everybody has their thing that they're good at. For me, like I can jump into a team of people that I just met and very quickly figure out what are all the ingredients they all have and how do we put them all together. So that's my thing. Cooking is not my thing. My thing is people, teams, how to get the most out of them. But my point is that everybody has their thing. And these people today, like their thing was cooking. And so I leveraged them for their advice. And so my point is, when you find yourself frozen, staring at a bunch of spices, when you find yourself like frozen, trying to figure out what should I do with my team, about performance, about somebody who's struggling with performance, that you don't, as a leader, you don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have it all figured out. You can ask other people. You can leverage other people to find out what they think you should do. And you're going to get an answer much quicker when you become more of a learn-it-all than a know-it-all. That's my lesson on spices and leadership for this morning. Have a good day.